Hey guys, Matea Gemini here. So today I gotta fix that camera though. There we go, a little bit better. Sorry my hair's a little bit more of a mess than it usually is, only for the simple fact is, it's like late and I didn't want to do my hair. And I just want to make a quick video. Um, this is probably gonna be the last video I do in this house. Because my family and I are going through some things right now that I'd rather not go into, but you get the idea. But I just simply wanted to come on here and talk about Lil Duval and the Breakfast Club interview that I saw. So I was scrolling through Twitter and all of a sudden I see this interview on the Breakfast Club's feed or something like that. I just saw something about the Breakfast Club and I was like, okay, let me look. It was from the Trans Center or something like that. And I saw it first from Laverne Cox. So I was like, wait a second, let me check this out. So I go to check it out and I realize it's the rapper Lil Duval or whatever the fuck his name is saying some very transphobic and hurtful things about our community, saying if a trans woman were to have sex with him and not tell him that they were trans, he would kill him. That's what he thinks he would do. And the host laughed at that. Angela Lee, DJ Envy, and Charlemagne, they all laughed and thought it was hilarious and funny. But, and a lot of other people I saw on his Instagram when he posted all about it, and he posted about it on Twitter, he was very offensive in that way. And I can see why he would say something like that, but that's just not okay. And I don't want him thinking or people to think that that is okay when it is not. There's too much hate going on in this world. There's too much, like with the military ban, and now doing a video about Little Duval and his ignorance. I was very offended by what he said, and not only was I offended, I was shocked that he would say something like that about killing somebody, just anybody, even if they were trans or not, like, you know what I mean? Just like saying, oh, I'll kill them if I find out who they are and stuff like that. It's like, you know, you have transgender fans, you have people that are trans that like you, the people that are in the LGBT community that listen and buy your music. So I don't know who you're talking to, first of all. Second of all, making jokes about something such as murdered trans people is nothing to joke about, okay? There's so many trans people all around the country, of color, not of color, any race, everything, that are dying each year and dying from brutal deaths and brutal murders. This many people don't know. Many people know that the suicide rate for LGBT people is extremely high in our community, and it's definitely, the murder rate is definitely out of control. And what Donald Trump is doing is bringing out the ignorance in everybody. People who think it's okay to, you know, be hateful because they see the commander-in-chief, our president, being so disrespectful to absolutely everybody, so people think that that is okay. And I posted about it on my Instagram, and one comment says, welcome to the real world. Well, or welcome to reality or something like that. Well, first of all, that should not be our reality, first of all. And I get it that that is the reality of the situation, that people do think like that, and people do stupid shit like that and say stupid shit, and even if they don't mean it, if they do, it's whatever, but still they have to know that that is not okay. And if I talk about it and you're one of my followers or you're one of my friends who I have on Instagram and you say welcome to reality or something like that, you know, I'm gonna be pissed at that person for saying something like that, because as a trans person, for a non-trans person, for cis man, as the person who did it, you know, it might be easy for him to say that. He doesn't know what it's like to be a trans person, I get it. But I have to walk around with protection at all times. I always have to walk around with a pocket knife just in case something happens. I've been jumped numerous times for being trans in my town. I have been jumped. I have been, like walking home and all of a sudden somebody fucking starts punching me from the back of the head. Like, things that have been happening. I can tell you so many stories of transphobia or just hatefulness that has happened to me in my life. But I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole nother video. But I had to endure that. Not many people, I mean, a lot of trans people have to deal with that. Basically, all of us have to deal with that. Unless you're like Jazz Jennings or, I mean, yeah, they still get hate on a bigger platform. But it's like, it's just not okay for people to think that that is okay to do. And I get why people would be like, oh, whatever, just brush it off. Like, don't think of anything about it. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Don't do any of this. But if you're not talking about it, you're not letting your feelings be known about the situation, then why even say you're an ally if you're not going to talk about it or address the situation? You know what I mean? And it's just horrible that people think that they can just get away with stuff like that. And it's this hatefulness needs to stop, for real. Like, this hateful speech, people like Tokyo Toni, who is Black China's mom. I mean, I was a fan of hers, and then I saw her say stuff about Caitlyn, which were not so pleasant, and and Tokyo Toni's like, well, I have a transgender cousin or something like that, and I'm just like, just because you have a trans person in your family or a gay person in your family, that doesn't make it right for you to say stuff like that. Because you have one in your family. If my brothers or my sister did something like that, I would be like, yo, that's not cool. I don't care if you think it's funny. I don't care if friends laugh. If I'm in the room and you say something transphobic or homophobic or anything that's like horrible or hateful or disrespectful, I'm going to address it. And I'm going to call you out on it because I don't think that is okay. But that just might be me, I might be living in a fantasy world where I think that that's not okay, when it maybe in Donald Trump's reality of the situation, it's not. It is okay, good to do. But, sorry, I have a lot of things to get out of my system. But I want to end this video on a little bit of a high note. I just want to say thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for following me on my social media. Thank you guys. I appreciate the love. Thank you guys.